I'm gonna make a video introducing to you what the B5 community is and why we have to create the B5 community. My name is Delroy Young and I am one of the creator of the B5 community. And there's a reason why we're driving around in this particular parking lot. Rather than pointing the camera on myself and just talking in the camera, I want to show you something so that you can understand why we have to create the B5 community and why is it necessary, and why is it necessary for you to have your own referral card in the system so that you can be a part of what we're doing. As I said before, I'm driving around in this particular parking lot for a specific reason, and I'm going to explain that to you right now, even before we started talking about the B5 community. This particular parking lot, I'm in Miami Gardens right now, and I'm at the 183rd Street and 27th Avenue. And for those of us South Floridans, we can remember when this used to be the flea market here. It's Saturday today. Today is Saturday, and normally this place would have been packed with people. This parking lot, I'm gonna drive here so you can see the parking lot. See that it's empty right now pretty much. And this is not the first video I've made highlighting this and highlighting this particular spot. You see it? It's empty. The parking lot is empty. There's hardly any business here, and it has always been like this. On a Saturday, when we used to have the flea market and the flea market buildings that goes all around this parking lot, the parking lot wasn't looking so pretty as it is right now. But the flea market used to be a place that allowed small business like hustlers to buy products and come back in here, rent these booths, maybe like $300, $400, $500 a month, and they have 4 days out of the week that they could sell. I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually, 5 days of the week that they could sell, and they would go round and sell their products to people, and this parking lot used to be full. I used to come down here, you know, years ago and buy things from the flea market, because you could always get a deal here, whether you want to put music system in your car, whether you want to buy shoes or any type of clothes or jeans, or you want to get a haircut, anything that you want to do, you could do it here. This was the small business mecca where people could come and do what they want to do. What happened is that these so-called corporate entity, corporate giants, the S&P 500 managed group, corporate giants whom we call the beasts, they had came in and they had influenced the local government to shut the flea market down so that they could do what we call greater development, and build these buildings and bring in all of these popular things, popular corporate entities that we know. Here's a Burdines here. There's a Five Below over there. There's a Ross Dress for Less over there. And there is every business that you know to be in every city is here. This is what we call the S&P 500 groups of people. And I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm saying if you're a small business owner. Because what this group, what they're trying to do, they're trying to be rid of small businesses. And you could go in the flea market at the time when the flea market was up and running, and you could count maybe hundreds of people from the community inside the flea market selling. Those people were making income from the people that is in the community. Now the S&P 500 groups of companies who are funded through the stock market and are unlimitedly funded to buy land for any amount of money that it's being sold for. So they have more money, they have more funds, more financial power than the small man that's already in business. What they came in and do is like they drove out those small businesses out of business, working through the local government, of course, whom you know are puppets. I don't want to use strong terms in this because this is a business video, you know, but they drove out these small businesses out of business so that they can come in and suck every last dollar from the community. And this is how the beast operated. The beasts have to suck the blood of the people, and the blood of the people is the money. The beasts in business term are given power to by the dragon, which is China, who had supplied these S&P 500 businesses with the products that they will sell for cheap, and people will gravitate to cheap things because they are trying to save money. And I think on that note, I can go ahead now and start talking about the B5 community, because that is the first problem that we saw, and we are rectifying that matter within the B5 community. Now that you have seen these buildings already, I'm just gonna continue driving around while I talk to you. And as you can see now that there's no business, there's nothing going on here. So the plan that they had instituted thought they would come in and take all the funds from the people. You know, that plan had backfired, because what they are not realizing is that the same people who are selling these products, those same people themselves are customers who are also buying from other people. So when you come into a community and you drive out the small businesses out of business, bringing in corporate business who only come inside the community to pull every dollar from outside the community and to not contribute nothing to the community itself. When you do a business like that, that is called what we call a suicide attempt to do business, because you're doing a business, you're slaughtering the customers who are supposed to be also vendors. So what we do in the B5 community, what we did is that we have created a system. It's called the B5 community. B5 stands for budget by broadening better business. Budget by broadening better business. In other words, to cut it short, I support you and you support me. Therefore, all the small businesses that you see are being supported by other small businesses themselves. And everybody have a business that is a small business, because you cannot have a big business without a small business. If your business is going to be a big business, it have to be a small business first. So we start a small business. And we have what we call in this, as I said before, in mentioning the GAS system, which is the GAS system, the Guarantee Affirmative Support System. And what that does, it creates the inevitability for the people you support to support you. So you're supporting other people's businesses and they're supporting your business. In that case, the money stays inside the B5 community, because the money that you make, whenever time it's time for you to spend that money back, rather than going outside of the network, of the sovereign network, to spend that money with other businesses that are not supporting our businesses, which is also your business. Rather than spending money with those businesses that are outside of the network, you're spending it with the people that are inside of your network. And at the same time, we are also marketing to the rest of the world. So we are keeping our money within our network, and we are also bringing in money from the world. So that is basically the concept of the GAS system, the Guarantee Affirmative Support System. That is how it works to keep you in business. It doesn't matter what you do. So let's say you're not a person who does a regular business. So you don't have these locations that you're paying $2,000 or $4,000 a month for, and have everything out there that looks like what tend to be a physical business. But you're just this person who have this idea, that you want to sell these little things. You might do little craft on your own, and you want to market these craft. The B5 community lets you do that. If you're a musician who plays an instrument and you sing a few songs and you want to make money inside the B5 community, you can do that. If you're a person with any type of skill, physical skill, if it is anything that you can do and you feel that inside the real world, as we call them the real world, or they call themselves the real world, but we are a network, we are a sovereign network. So we are a spiritual kingdom set up inside of the world, so that through the things that we do, through our administration, we can financially empower a person, any person in business. So we talk about any man with any skill that is ready to strive towards excellence in what they do, because in anything that you do, you have to strive for excellence in it. If you're not striving for excellence in what you do, then forget about it. It's not even relevant. We shouldn't even be having this conversation with you, because you're competing against the outside world. So excellence is a must. You must get better at what you do every time you do it. There is no backstepping in this. So we talk about that, and we talk about any skill that a person have, any goods that you have, anything that you have that you feel you can sell. If you can make things with your hands and sell them, if you can come together with other groups of people and who can contribute other things, and you can come together with them and get the part of what they do and collaborate with that and create products, then you have a market for that product when you create it in the B5 community. So you already have people that is going to be in this community that's going to be waiting to buy the product that you create. So all you have to do now is to create the product. Now let's say in terms of us creating products, which is one of the biggest thing here, because let's talk about this on a bigger scale. The reason why America owes so much money right now and owe this money to the dragon, which is China. The reason why they owe so much money to China right now is that they have stopped creating products and had been allowing China to create all their products. So now their gross domestic product, their GDP had swindled. If you know what GDP is, gross domestic product. In a GDP situation, you have to produce, you have to sell more to other countries than you buy from them. And anytime you start buying more from other countries than you're selling to them, then your economy start going down. So what you have in America, you have situation, you have a coronavirus disease. And that America, you consider America, who is considered to be like one of the greatest nations on the earth, they could not find masks, and they cannot find what they call the thing that you breathe through, the ventilator, to tend to their sick people, because this product is made in China and China is not supplying. So when this person is not supplying things to you, then you have people dying of this disease. Thousands of people dying. Tens of thousands of people dying from this disease. And this is because you cannot afford to put them on ventilator, because you don't make that product. And the country that you have making these products is not supplying them to you. That is a very careless government, if I may use stronger terms in this. The United States, as I had just mentioned, is a very careless government. Anytime you govern over your people and you create a situation where that can happen, where your people can die for needs, if you're not depending on another country to supply these needs, then you're careless. That's a careless government. So the way it works is a GDP is supposed to function in a positive way. If our community, the B5 community, is spending more money in the outside world than it is taking in from the outside world, then we are hemorrhaging funds out, and our gross domestic product, our GDP, is suffering, because the B5 community is a business network. So the B5 community itself have to thrive. And in other words, the only way that we can thrive as a community is by us producing the things that we need for ourselves, and producing also things that we can sell to the world, so that we can get money from them to bring back in our community. If our members don't buy from each other, if we are not buying from each other, then the community doesn't work. If you're making money inside of the B5 community, but yet when it comes time to spend money, you're going outside of the community to spend money, then you're weakening the community. you're killing the membership inside the community. And this is a trick that the world use. And this is why I tell you that always buying things for the cheapest price is a way that is a method that is gonna put you in need. And the reason why the American businesses has divested their businesses to create their products in China was because they could get cheap labor there. So now you have practically nothing made in America. You can drive from here all the way to Washington State and you will not find a lot of business. All you'll see is land with a few agriculture. And this is why this country is dying. We're looking at a lot of buildings. Very good at real estate. We're seeing a lot of that. So the country is well developed in terms of real estate, but the money belongs to another country. And that country is China. So this is why we're saying now that they are trying to get rid of another person who does computer programming, as a computer programmer, a person who works behind the web and behind the black console. I can tell you what is going on in the system because I'm there where the work is being portrayed. I can tell you what a lot of companies are doing, but I don't want to call their names. I can tell you what Google is doing, what Amazon is doing. I can tell you what Uber is doing. I can tell you what all of those businesses are doing, because all of them is a part of what is destroying your business. So the only way we can thrive, the only way we can save small businesses, the only way we can save our small business, and I'm gonna repeat this a few times so that it sticks in your head. The only way we can save our small business, the only way we can save our small businesses, the only way we can save our small businesses is by our small businesses start supporting each other, is by our small businesses start organizing in a system such as the B5 community, where we have a guarantee affirmative support system, where you would buy from a person their product, or you would support a business, even if what you're paying to these business inside the B5 community is more than you would pay for them outside of the B5 community. Because the reason for that, the reason why you can afford to pay people in the B5 community more than you would pay for people outside of the B5 community is that the people inside of the B5 community is supporting your business. So if they are not supporting your business, you wouldn't be having money in the first place to buy anything. So you spend money with people who spend money with you. So now, because you're in a community that is supporting your business, don't be penny wise and pound foolish by looking at the fact that, okay, you can get this stuff made in China for a dime more or for $1 more, and you're going to spend the money there, because they're not spending any money with you. When is the last time you, in your business, when is the last time you've seen a Chinese person walk in your business and buy anything from you? Have you ever seen any one of them walk inside of your business and support your business? I bet I can talk to 10 people who does business and they've never seen the Chinese man or the Chinese woman inside of their store. So then why are you spending all of your money with them? Why are you spending your money with them? You see how foolish that is? That is what we call lawlessness in business. Lawlessness. Because you have no organized structure for yourself. So you're spending your money with people who seems to you to have organized structure. I want to come off of that subject a little bit so we can talk about something else. You can come into the B5 community with nothing. Just be a member of the B5 community, but come with ideas. Come organized. Come with a head on your shoulder. Come focus. Come with ambition to work hard for what you want. And we will find you. You can put forward whatever you want to do in a proposal, and we'll put it up to the membership for a vote. If the vote goes through, then we'll raise money inside of the B5 community to launch the business. But hear this. If you decide that you want to make product X, but in order for you to make product X, in order for you to create product X, you're going to need some things to make product X. You're going to need technological knowledge. So you need the resources of technological knowledge. You're going to need land. So you need the resource of land. You're going to need skilled labor. So you need the resource of skilled labor. You're going to need manual labor. So you need the resource of manual labor. You're going to need funds. So you need the resource of funds. All these things we can provide for you inside of the B5 community. But you have to understand that when your business becomes successful, as it will become successful, inevitably it will become successful inside the B5 community. These people that contribute and these different, I would call it these different sects of contribution that contribute to your business, that you owe these people a part of the profit that is made from your business, except they agree to do otherwise. But by default, that is what is expected. So you can come in with an idea, and we'll give you everything that you need to make that idea work. But when the idea works, the people who contribute to that idea, we expect them to be benefited from that idea. Therefore, you're going to have a lot of businesses inside the B5 community. And I'm gonna make this video real short because my tablet is running out of memory. You're gonna have a lot of businesses inside of the B5 community, you know, with a lot of businesses inside of the B5 community that is owned by the B5 community members. So there's going to be enough wealth for everybody inside of the network. All you have to do is abide by the rules of the network, you know, support the network as you are supposed to do. Just come inside the network and behave yourself according to the rules of the network, because we have rules, as you will see when you go into the next phase of the B5 community, because there is a part of the B5 community that we are not opening up to you as yet. It's gonna be dealing with structure, with how we do things and how we accomplish our goals. So there's a lot to do in here. We know that some of you may not read, especially Caribbean folks don't like to read a lot, which is part of the reason why I'm making this video. But you know, this is when you have to read, because we're not gonna make a video about everything. You have to read the information that we put in there so you can understand how the network works. So join, come in with your small business, get your referral card. We're gonna put a link somewhere on this page. You can get your submit your business card, get your electronic business card, because it is on that card that we are going to be doing everything. Start putting forward your proposals, you know, put them together in front of yourself first. Put that on the desk, on a table, and table it first. Table your ideas and sort it out first before you present it. Don't present anything to the community without you look at it first and see what is in it, because it have to make sense to you first before you present it to us. If you're a person who your feelings are easily hurt by things that somebody said or by somebody criticizing your business or criticizing what you're not doing right, then you won't do well within the B5 community, because here this is a network for business, and we are going to be criticizing anything that we see don't look right. We are going to point it out. A lot of people out there trying to do business. I've been into a lot of business with my hands and feet, and my eyes have been there in a lot of business. I've seen the way a lot of businesses conduct themselves, and because of the way they conduct themselves and because of the way they're doing business is part of the reason why they are not succeeding in business. So they did not succeed. They failed because of their own misconduct in business. A lot of misconduct within their business. We are going to mentor you inside of this community. We are going to train you. We are going to tell you things that you need to know, not things that you want to hear, but things that you need to know. So be prepared to be corrected in this network, because if you're not corrected, if you cannot be corrected and be told what you need to do, you cannot be in this network. You're not going to do well here. Don't even join us. Don't even get a membership, because it's not going to work. Because as long as you come in here and doing business, if your business that you are doing had failed, and if you was not being successful in your business, then it's definitely a reason why. We are going to let you know why your business was not succeeding and get set you on the right track. I have to make other videos, but we have to cut this one right here. Again, go to mysafecard.com/intro.php, and there will be a link in there where you can get your own referral card. You can register your business. Choose the option that you want. We're not asking you to spend more money than what you spend, because this is not what this is about. This is about saving our businesses and saving our sovereignty, so that our children can come into the world and grow up and see that we are not failures. Because even if the system